Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with another video on Brave Dungeon. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be giving you guys probably one of my last videos when it comes to Brave Dungeon, and it is a sad day. It is sad to say when this game had a really big impact on my channel, but nevertheless, we cannot support developers that do this sort of thing. And if you were curious exactly what it's going to be, then we will cover that coming up very, very soon. But before we do, if you are new to the channel, please be sure to hit that red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop a video. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, what in the heck do we have going on when it comes into Brave Dungeon, and why, as Kodeations, do I feel that this game is absolutely on its way down the inevitable rabbit hole of cash grabbing madness? And that is going to be because right off of the bat, as most mobile games out there that are currently on the market, most of these games start out with a very good intention, right? Or at least that's how they sell it to the individual player. And what I mean by that is they come out, they're fully active, they're engaged in the community. Some of the developers, or they've hired on a PR staff, whoever it is. They basically, if you don't know what PR is, it's public relations or personal relations, whatever you want to say. But basically, they hire on this PR staff, and long story short, they are interactive with the community. They're listening to the community. They're basically developing or manipulating their game around that community to make the community a strong and awesome community. But not only that, to build a game that the community will be more than apt to play and be around, and for the long haul, not for short term. I mean, they basically sell this idea to you that they are here for you, right? That they're here to make an awesome game, and here for the long haul to continue to progress and make this game. But most of these mobile games do die off, and a lot of the time it dies off specifically due to cash grab, where these companies see a decline in the interest in their game for a short period of time or a distant period of time. And then when that happens, a lot of these companies have a couple different options, right? That's where they need to reach out to the community as option number one. They need to basically correlate with all the players, find out what the players are looking for, what they want, things they want to see changed in the game. And secondly, they can focus on changing those things, right? They could already do, surveys, already reach out to the players, find out what is going on, what they like and what they don't like. I mean, not only that, just basically fine-tuning and polishing that specific game. But where loads and loads of mobile content creators, especially like Unlock Games or some of these other game developing companies, it's unfortunate, but they end up, instead of doing that, they actually look at the broader side of things, realize how much money that they have already accumulated and made from that specific mobile game, and in doing so, inevitably decide to try any avenue that they can to generate themselves more, money. And basically, how do you generate more money? Well, you certainly don't come out with new content in the game, right? You basically try to recycle old content, so that way you're not investing a lot of company time into basically trying to come up and develop or something new. But also on top of that, you basically try to generate cheaper packs or more packs, or anything and everything you can in the game to try to generate more revenue, or a little bit in packs that might be a little bit enticing at first, trying to catch the eye of a lot of players, just so they drop a little bit of money, they open up their wallets a little bit more. But basically, nevertheless, the last and absolute thing that is just going to destroy a game, in my opinion, currently with games on the market right now, is going to be dropping another copy of the exact same game with a different name. And yes, I mean on the Android store, on the App Store, and yes, Brave Dungeon is no exception as of right now at this very point. Now, one of the things, this goes way beyond, in my opinion, for my personal opinion as Mr. Kodeations, of why I'm dropping Brave Dungeon in general, and we'll get into those a little bit in a second. But first off, I have to give you the facts, ladies and gentlemen. I have to pull up the facts on the Android store and show you guys where this developing company, or basically this game company, has decided to come out with another game on the mobile platform in the Android platform specifically, and just basically all it is a cash grab. They come out with this game. It's a re-roll of the exact same Brave Dungeon game, swapped a different name on it, swapped a different developing company on it, because if you don't know, it's super easy to do. You have a developing company or a dev company that designs a game. You can basically take one person at the minimum, or at the minimum, and create a subdivision of that dev company. For instance, pop another version of that game on the App Store, change the name around, hope that a lot of your players don't find it, but it's a massive mistake because they do, because players do research, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are devs for Brave Dungeon, I apologize for making a video like this. I never want to trash a game, but I'm telling you, I do not 100%, I do not support developers that are just all about the cash grabs. Now, you might be able to argue with me, and you might be able to say, but Kodeations, they're mobile games. Mobile games are littered with nothing but cash grabbing options, or gacha games where you dump loads of money into the game to get nothing out of it realistically in real life. And you might be right on that note, and I'm 100% behind gacha games or games having cash grab options, but I definitely am not for developers that release multiple copies of their game just to try to soak up as much revenue as they can as possible, and then move on to something else and ditch and leave their community in hindsight and behind. So again, I'm just not for that. So again, we're going to go ahead and make the decision probably to not make very many videos left on this game before we go ahead and transition over to our other games that we are on the channel and have yet to come. But enough with my talking here. Let's go ahead and hop over. Let's take a look exactly of what I'm saying. So in order to do this, it's going to be a little funky really quick. We're going to go ahead and do this. I need to swap my Brave Dungeon overlay. Now, what you were taking a look at is actually going to be BlueStacks. So I'm going to go ahead and move this on the screen here so you can see the entire thing, and then we're going to go ahead and drop it down below my camera so you guys can see exactly what I've got going on. But I click on this option here, and this is going to bring us to the Google Play Store, and then if you don't already see, or if you can't already see this, I have already went ahead and clicked on or typed in Immortal Knights, and you can definitely do this on your own if you are on an Android phone. I did not find this on the Apple Store yet, but you can see as of right here, we have Immortal Knights, and it is by a different developing company called Double High Games. Now, if you don't already know about game publishers, it is very, very rare, ladies and gentlemen, that you find a developing game company that has 0 other games on a channel, right? In my opinion, that's absolutely crazy. I don't even know why this is not working here. Hold on one second. Why is this not working? Let's go ahead and turn this off. Yeah, okay, sorry, I don't know why. I apologize. But basically, it's very rare that you find a developing company that has had 0 games on a specific platform. And so you can see this is a very brand new developing company, and aka a sub company, of actual Brave Dungeon. And again, it's sucky. Okay, it's just the way it is, right? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna click on this bad boy. We're gonna click the install button and see exactly how fast we can install this bad boy. I'm sorry, I did not have this installed prior to the video, but nevertheless, it's going pretty quick. So once it's go ahead and pops off here, we're gonna pop open the game, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff in this game, and it is identical. There is nothing different. They did not change up a single thing, and as you can see right off of the bat, look at this. Make sure the game functions normal. You can grant this permission, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna go ahead and click confirm, but maybe I do have to click OK, but nevertheless, you can already see right off of the bat, and they need access to my photos for whatever reason. Good thing I'm on BlueStacks, ladies and gentlemen, because there is nothing on this emulator on my computer. But nevertheless, we're gonna go ahead and click in here, and you can instantly see it takes you to Brave Dungeon Idle RPG, and that right there solidifies that this is a second version of the game with a different name, which I'm not even sure if is even legal when it comes to these app stores, but you can see they've labeled it as Immortal Knight, not Brave Dungeon, and they have swapped the developing company, but the game's IP is exactly the same, ladies and gentlemen, and I am sorry, but I do not support developers who have done this. And if you follow me on the channel, you already know that we keep it 100% honest on the channel. So again, this is probably gonna be my last video, if not one of my last videos when it comes to Brave Dungeon, because like I said, I am not looking to I'm not looking to advertise a game that has a developing staff that is not going to be engaging. By the way, I'm naming off the stuff, the reason why I'm going to be changing my mind about this game for the channel, and right off the bat is going to be the communication. The developers have completely left the communication out of Discord, out of Facebook. There is absolutely no one-on-one communication. And if you talk to somebody on Facebook or try to, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about by getting robotic responses, right? And so again, just not a very good, dev, support when it comes to that. Secondly, they don't listen to the community whatsoever. They're not taking any more, advice from the community and changing things up based upon that. And then basically, last but not least, they're hardcore going cash grabby. They've been doing this for the past couple of months now, prior to me switching off to other games for a little bit. And that all started with like recycling events, right? They created all these really good, unique events when the game first dropped. They probably didn't create them, to be honest with you. They probably had them already in their arsenal, because a lot of players do not know, but Brave Dungeon was actually already a China-made game. The game was already had mounts in it. It already was developed up to the point that the game currently is now, all converted over from China. So again, they released it as new content here in America as a global release. And like I said, I do apologize for announcing this in this video, but again, we can't support that. But like I said, they are going cash grabby with those recycling events, with the brand new packs that they continue to release in the game when it comes to real money, never changing up things properly, changing up events pricing without telling the community and expecting us not to know. One day it was one price, the next day it was the next price. They said they made a mistake, they put it back the next day after getting loads of shit about it. But again, nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I am gone. That's gonna be it for me. I can't give them any more credit on this channel. But if you guys please have any idea or any other comments that you would like to add, drop them down below on the video. Let me know what you guys thoughts are. Do you still want me to potentially play some of this game or not? I mean, I'm kind of at that point now where I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to get into other idle games, and I know you guys are as well, as the player base has dropped tremendously for Brave Dungeon. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to drop a comment down below, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop a video. And I am gone, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys on the next one.